3 things people with health anxiety always do. Number 1, they're always going to their doctor to get everything ruled out. In fact, people with health anxiety are the only people where you can give them a clean bill of health and tell them they're healthy and they'll actually be upset by this. Now, why is this happening? Well, here's the thing. When people are experiencing health anxiety, they're actually experiencing really intense physical symptoms. They're actually legit physical symptoms that can mimic illnesses. And when they go to the doctor, well, the doctor just tries to make sure, is there anything physically causing this? Is there some sort of physical abnormality? Now, the good news is that there is nothing physically wrong. Anxiety in itself is causing this. But for the sufferer, it becomes very irritating because they're just trying to get better. They're just trying to find relief. And so when they don't get that, they get very upset. Number 2, people with health anxiety also may avoid going to the doctors altogether. They came up with this scenario. Maybe they've Google searched their symptoms and they've convinced themselves that they have this terrible malignant disease and that if they go to the doctor that it fully validates what they're experiencing. So as a consequence, they just avoid going. They just think, well, if I just don't tell or if I just don't show my doctor, well, then it's not going to be there. And it's a very extreme level of avoidance. Now, here's the thing in both situations. People are experiencing very physical symptoms when they're struggling with anxiety. A lot of people think anxiety is just in your head. Well, that's not the case. Anxiety is very, very physical. In fact, it's about survival. So you are experiencing very physical symptoms, but people have different ways of expressing that. Some people will constantly go to the doctor to get assurances because, well, what they're feeling is uncomfortable and they want to get that assurance that everything's going to be okay. And at the same time, there are people out there that will avoid going to doctors altogether because, well, if they don't hear it, well, then it doesn't happen. It's just a more sophisticated form of avoidance. And that leads me to step 3. They often take matters into their own hands, which is they will start Google searching. They will start trying to figure this out. They'll become a self-help junkie, just trying to find answers all the time, trying to understand how to make this go away. Now, here's the thing. If you really want to overcome health anxiety, it's very important to recognize that the symptoms you're feeling are very real, but it's not caused by anything physical. And this is why getting everything ruled out by your doctor is so key. Once you understand that, well, then if you focus on the anxiety, well, then the symptoms end up going away. Well, how do you focus on the anxiety? Well, there's a lot to be said there, and I don't think a 3-minute TikTok could get us there. And so if you really want to know more resources, check out the link in my bio.